right, welcome to the channel. For those of you guys that are new here, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Blarica.
And we are retired road tripping. Sorry about the sunglasses, but we are standing at about 9,900 feet high in altitude, and the sun is right in our face. So yes, we're kind of stuck. It's either this or we're squinting with our eyes closed.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see our eyes anyway.
Yeah.
So we got to go this route.
So we are in Island Park, Idaho this week. And if you're not sure where Island Park is, it's just outside of West Yellowstone, just across the border, obviously, into Idaho. We're going to find other things to do in the area that's not Yellowstone National Park.
Right. So when you are in Island Park or anywhere near, what can you do that's not Yellowstone?
Yes, absolutely.
That's what we're going to cover.
Yeah. So this is number one on our list as far as just something to do that's not going into Yellowstone.
And worth doing.
Absolutely. So if you've ever been to the Yellowstone area, especially West Yellowstone, and you look up on that mountain in a distance and you see that big gray silver ball on top of the mountain, and you always wonder, what on earth is that? Well, guess what? That's where we're standing. So we are right now standing at the top of the Sawtelle Mountain at 9,900 feet above elevation. It's a great little drive. I mean, it could be a little sketchy at times.
The drive is the worst part, just so you know. So if you are very afraid of heights and you can't do that, this will be tough. I would say do not do it. I don't love heights. I'm not horrible with heights, but they sometimes send me, and as you get closer to the top, my hands, they wouldn't stop sweating. This is a huge side-by-side trail. Like, this is known for people coming up here, taking the side-by-sides, coming up the trail, and just seeing this 360 panoramic view. We took the dually, and it's doable.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's bumpy,
it's
choppy,
a washboard dirt road. Yeah.
And it gets narrow at times when you're nearing the top. So it can be a little stressful, but it is worth doing. Like when we got out of the car, I just told Kevin, I'm like, wow, that is like high stress level. And I'm thinking about the way down now, but I don't let it ruin that for you. Just, go slow, like you said. Yeah.
And at the top here, you can literally see 360 degrees, this whole, one thing we've learned being here, they call this all the Yellowstone geological area, because it's all, you've got the same characteristics as Yellowstone, but obviously we're not in the park. I mean, you can see all the way to Island Park. You can actually see the Grand Tetons at a distance. If it was a clear, less hazy day, it'd be more spectacular. You see the lakes on one side and the mountains and everything else. This is just an incredible view, and one that if you're in this area, you cannot miss it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth doing. It'll take you a little bit to get up here. When you start out, you're going basically through the forest, and it's very pretty. It's a very pretty drive. And then you'll just slowly go up and around till you get to the top.
Yep.
You park and you come out here and see all its glory. I wish it wasn't as hazy today, but you know what? We'll take what we can get. It's been super windy here in Island Park.
All right, so first thing to think about, Sawtelle Mountain.
Yep.
All right, next on our list of things to do in the Yellowstone area without actually going into the park, the Mesa Falls Scenic Byway. And on this 14-mile scenic byway, there are two sets of waterfalls apparently, the Mesa Falls Upper and Mesa Falls Lower. So right now we just got to the upper and we're gonna check it out. So there's this amazing boardwalk here at the Upper Falls and numerous different viewing platforms at different levels. There is a nice flat one. It looks like it's probably ADA because there's no stairs. We just kind of walk down a little ramp to get here. So
it's amazing. You are walking and you hear it, and then you come out and it's just a beautiful backdrop because of the forest behind it, all of the trees, and then the wide river with all the currents in it. Oh, it's beautiful with the sounds and stuff. It just draws you in.
Yep. Let's go down and
closer.
Let's go check it out.
I wasn't expecting it to be this spectacular, but I don't know why. Everything in Idaho has been spectacular. I just was like, oh, if we're in an island park, Yellowstone's over there. That's spectacular. That's what everybody goes to. But wow, it's beautiful.
And look at this.
We have the place to ourselves. It's August 12th, but I promise you everybody's in Yellowstone. So, not that Yellowstone isn't amazing, but we've already done it. So, we're going to explore the things that probably people don't explore as much when they're out this way. And boy, is this incredible.
What do we see? 12 people total here?
Maybe, yeah. So you literally can have, and you want to go to all the platforms because they all have a different view.
Oh, absolutely.
Like with the backgrounds, the canyon walls, the forest. So make sure you go to all of them because they're all pretty incredible. You'll have your favorites, obviously, but yeah, it just is spectacular.
Yeah, I think this one's my favorite right here. Just between the waterfall and the big cliff wall and then the rapids at the bottom. This is just an incredible view right now.
Yeah, so impressed.
Yep. Okay, so we forgot to mention this is actually in the Harriman State Park, which is also part of the Caribou-Targhee National Forest. Hope I pronounced that right. They do charge $5 parking fee to park in the parking lot. However,
with your America the Beautiful pass, it's free. You just put it in your windshield.
Yep.
And then you come on down. I think you know there is cow poo everywhere. Yep. It reminds me of being in Oregon, like Cannon Beach, everywhere you went.
We actually just passed 2 cows on the road.
Yeah, the mommy and the baby.
Yeah.
Because there are free-range cows, so they must walk through here. I don't know. Maybe they want to go see how amazing the waterfalls are too, because they're literally, it's on the path too. But it is stunning. It's beautiful. This is all a part of the Yellowstone ecosystem.
Yes.
We were reading down there on the sign, which is fascinating because I did not know this, but the Yellowstone National Park is actually considered the Serengeti of America because it has so much wildlife, which makes sense. But you know, when you read something and process it, it sits differently. So
this is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you know us, we like our waterfalls. This one, I don't know. This one was pretty stunning for me. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, and you know what I did bring? If you watched a few episodes ago, I brought my bug spray, but of course we didn't need it. So we're going to head to the lower falls now. I don't know if we need to hike to it, if there's going to be a hike. I know there's a lot of hiking trails and stuff. So we're going to check it out and see. So we'll go there and we'll take you with us.
Hi. All right. Now we're at the lower falls.
Yes.
It's like a mile down the road.
The road.
The road.
The little path.
No, the mile down the scenic highway.
Oh, from the upper. Yes.
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 And it's a paved path so far, so let's figure out where we're going.
Yeah. Ooh, that wind. I'm looking for kayakers.
All right, so the lower falls are cool looking. You really can't get very close to it. It's just a very short, maybe a 50-yard walk to a viewing platform.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
But it's, obviously, the pictures and video are not going to do it justice because you're so far away. Yes. I like the upper falls better because you literally are right on top of it.
And you felt the water spray, and you could almost feel the temperature dropping.
And hearing it, all of it. So this is still really cool. You need to come see it because it is beautiful. It's just more at a distance. So.
All right, next. All right, we're on the Big Springs float, they call it. We have our own kayak, so we didn't have to pay rental fees or anything like that. There's a local place here in town. You can rent boats, kayaks, rafts, paddle boards, all sorts of stuff. Now, we did have to pay for one shuttle ticket because if you go to the end where you launch your boat from or your kayaks from, it's 3.5 miles back. If you don't have 2 vehicles, you can't shuttle yourselves back and forth. So what we did was we dropped off our kayaks. Larica stayed with them. We got everything set up at the launch point. I drove back to the main place, to the Max Adventures. bought a shuttle ticket, and then they shuttled me back up to the start point, and then we're doing our float down the river, and when we get to the end, the truck is sitting right there waiting for us. So yeah, if you've got 2 vehicles, if you're with a group, it doesn't cost you anything. It's part of the national forest, this whole area. Anybody can do it, but if you don't and you need somebody and you need some help shuttling, you gotta pay the money. So
and you have your own stuff too.
Yeah, you have to have all your own stuff. If not, then you have to rent all of their stuff. It was something like $90 a person to rent a tube to float down the river. So I think kayaks and paddle boards were well into the hundreds. Now they claim this is a 3 to 4 hour float, and again, if you're floating, that's good. We have our kayaks, but I'm not going to paddle down because I want to enjoy the float. But it's a beautiful, beautiful area. It's really windy today. I actually had the drone with me, but with this wind, there'd be no way. We're going to go float. I'll show you around. So we're on the prowl for moose. We just talked to a couple of people that were sitting on the side, and they said a little while ago there was several moose just downriver. Nice and relaxing. Turned out to be a beautiful day. Little clouds. Not too hot. Nice little breeze. It is amazing out here. Whoop, I'm spinning around in circles.
It is very pretty out here. The thing that would make this the best is if we could find a moose. Don't know if we're going to. We have to take advantage of the floating when the wind gusts don't come through. Because when the wind comes through, you're literally fighting it. So, which, you know, once again is our fault because we came on kind of a windy day. But we didn't want to waste a day. The sun is still out. It is beautiful. So we're still enjoying it.
So it looks like we're getting a storm. And we're near the end, so it was a fun kayak trip. Uh-oh, you hear that? We're gonna go. So it looks like the major part of the storm passed by us.
We passed through it.
We passed through it, but it didn't really start on us. Just started drizzling just a little bit, but the sun's coming out. So keep going to the end. You heard.
I'm not.
What about the moose?
It was incredible because he's just eating. He loves the green stuff underneath, and he just was eating. And I was quite honestly a little scared because we were really close. And I don't know, he has kind of the priority up there, you know, like his footing is good on that part where he's standing, but he didn't care, or she just eating. It was amazing to see. It definitely is worth my fear of this lightning and thunderstorm, because I don't want to be on water when lightning's going on. So, but we're out of the storm. It was back there, so that's good. A little bit over here, but we'll be all right. There's the freeway, so we're almost done for sure.
Yep.
I don't know. We said this was, in quite honesty, this was a little bit of a chaotic day in getting on here. We had a couple issues, and so we said if we see a moose, it will be worth it. It's worth it. Do you think? Okay.
So here's another thing that you guys can do if you're in the Yellowstone area, like we are, but you're not going into Yellowstone National Park.
Right, especially if they're an island park.
Yes.
Because it's popular to stay there.
So another thing to do to spend the day is go visit what's called Quake Lake. Mm-hmm. And it's actually considered part of the Yellowstone ecosystem because we're not too far from Yellowstone National Park.
And it is very pretty. Mm-hmm. It's amazing to hear the history behind it. and
Yes.
actually quite sad.
Yes. So in 1959, a 7.4 magnitude earthquake hit this area and destroyed part of the mountain, and landslides and damage, and actually destroyed a campsite and what they call a little resort of cabins and stuff.
Yeah, so people were actually camping, and it happened, and they woke up to they call it the night of terror, because nobody knew what was happening. And it's very sad because you can still see some of the devastation, like with the trees. It's very eerie because you look out by the lake, and there's just the splintered trees sticking up everywhere. Because if you think about it, it was only in the 50s.
Yeah, it was 1959, so it literally only happened 12 years before I was born, so you're talking only 65 years ago.
Right, which we were talking while we were hiking. A lot of times you hear about earthquakes and all that good stuff, and you think hundreds of years ago.
Yes.
So for it to be so close to where we are in life it's just, yeah. So I can't imagine camping along the little riverbed, having an earthquake and everything falling down on you. I feel like 28 people lost their lives. Tons of, obviously, trees and animals lost their lives. So yeah, but it is a beautiful area.
Yeah.
Very windy.
Today is very windy. Yeah, we found a little spot in between some trees to come talk to you so up at the visitor center at one end of the highway where the visitor center is, then the whole area just traverses down the highway with all these different lookout points. And we are at the refuge area, which is the only place that the ladies in the office said was a real hike. It's 2.3 miles round trip out and back out to the edge to overlook the river and everything else.
Yeah, you're basically hiking through, they call a meadow. And it is a meadow.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting because it has a lot of different textures to it, if you will. Because you are hiking through the meadow, but then all of a sudden you'll see the trees, the pine trees. So they're growing. A lot of them obviously are really big.
Yeah.
But it's cool because but most of the hike is in the sun.
Yeah.
And so, you just need to be prepared for that. Probably bring a hat, unlike me.
Oh, geez, big old spider on my leg.
Woo! Where'd he go?
He's on my leg.
Oh my gosh. Oh, he's on your bag. Oh, babe. It would have been nice if
No, he's right here. I got him.
Okay, I'm like, it would have been nice if you let me use mine.
Woo!
Anything foreign on the ground, well, we might as well just pick him up.
Yeah. All right, I guess that was...
Spider. That was a big one, too.
I'm like, what do I feel on my leg?
I mean, these things are tickling my legs, but...
All right. I guess that teaches us to not put our bags on the ground while we're talking to you. But anyway, yeah, such a cool area, such a cool hike.
Yeah, it's not, you look at it and you think it's super easy. There is definitely incline. And because you're in the sun, you're going to feel it a little bit more. We're kind of funny. It's 2:15. So I guarantee you come in the morning or at dawn, dusky, not even dusk because here the sun doesn't go down until 8:30. But
we're the only ones out here.
It'll be cooler. Yes. Yeah. We tend to do this, but it's only
74, 75, something like that.
Something like that today. So very doable. Just bring water, hat, and I think it's beautiful. Yeah. So what I was going to say is you're walking out into the meadow, but you're walking basically to see the overlook of the camp site. So
you can still see a couple of the cabins way in the distance, kind of far for this camera. I don't have a big telephoto lens, but it's really cool.
It's pretty views, and it's a very sad story, but it's a part of the history here in Montana. So
all right, we're going to finish our hike and then continue on the little scenic drive and see what other lookouts we can find. All right, so after our little spider adventure just now, what did Lorica say?
Well, I was saying for you, I already know, but we can never be on Naked and Afraid.
Nope.
I just can't do the creepy crawlies. Nope.
Seems like we talk about Naked and Afraid a lot in doing all of our nature stuff. What would make a good shelter? Would this be a good area for Naked and Afraid? It actually would because of the river, but...
Well, I'd have to try to make coverings.
Yeah.
And shoes. I'm always big on the people that make the shoes.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, well. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention is the path. So well marked. As you're going along the path, about every 100 feet or so, there's a placard, either on a pole or plastered up to a tree to let you know you're on the right path and you're going the right way. So
very narrow.
Very narrow. They say it's okay for bikes to ride on this, but as mountain bikers, we would say no. But yeah, very well laid out, very well marked path. So,
but if strawy things bother you,
yeah,
like high, I don't know what those are called. They're like foxtails and stuff, and they line the whole thing. And a lot of them are dried out because it's summer.
Yeah.
If that bothers you, you might want to wear leggings or pants.
Yeah.
Because you will feel them. It's a very narrow path.
Yep. Alrighty, we're gonna keep going.
Ooh, we're getting into the forest.
So, another thing you can do when you're out here in the Yellowstone area, Island Park, Idaho, and obviously, you know, you guys might be saying to yourselves, oh look, they're riding their bikes again. But this time we are at Harriman State Park. There's a bunch of state parks over here on the Idaho side in the area. This one is Harriman State Park, and it's got 21 miles of bike trails, hiking trails, equestrian use trails. There's a couple of lakes. And from what we've been told is going around some of these trails, there's a really good chance you'll see elk and moose and deer and everything like that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
The trails so far, we're doing what, the Sylvan Lake?
Silver Lake.
Silver Lake. I don't know why I said Sylvan.
Yep.
The Silver Lake, and it's more difficult than I thought.
It's a real off-road mountain biking trail with routes and bumps and everything else. It's not a paved trail that we're used to.
Yeah, I mean, we've done the roots and the rocks, but it definitely, you have to climb up, you've got to go down some, and you've got to be able to maneuver that, you know, with your speed and all the bumps. And it's very, very narrow.
Yes.
So there's no room for error. Not that you'd go over a cliff or anything, because you're not near one, but it's just there's no room for error. So I find myself focusing on the road, the path, more than looking around, and that part makes me a little sad, but it's also our first time doing it, so yeah, we're figuring it out. Yeah, they say this is a moderate to difficult trail, and you know, with all the bumps and all the roots and everything coming out of the ground, I can see why. Just go slow. Well, and if you didn't have an e-bike, those hills, they're pretty good. Oh yeah, there's some really steep hills. Yeah, but even if you just wanted to hike this would be a beautiful hike. Going through the trees, looking for the animals, looking for nature and stuff. So we're going to continue on, and you know, Harriman State Park. We made it all the way about 4.5 miles up to what they call Golden Lake. Yes, and 4.5 miles seems very short for what we've been doing lately. No, it's not. But it's like more intricate. I got to take this off for a minute because it is. I'm a warm from it. It's definitely more intricate. Like you've got to focus, and you can't go off the track. And so, it is a real mountain biking trail. Yes. Up and down, rocks, tree branches, wildlife feces all over the trail. Either horses or bears or elk or something. We're not sure, but I'm betting horses. We're thinking horses because it's actually right in the middle of the trail. And they do have horse trails here, so. Well, and they actually have places to corral your horses. Yes. So I feel like it's a big horse trail, and I think because there was so much actually on the trail, the horses, I think, are just walking and going. So. But look at this view. This is absolutely spectacular. Yeah, it's pretty. Between the fields and the water and the mountains in the background, it's pretty amazing. It's really pretty. Not sure if you can see. Straight ahead on the trail, we got 3 cows and 2 baby cows. So 5 cows total blocking the path. And what's funny is they're not even eating, they're staring at us. Like, what are you gonna do? And I know they weren't there for long because a couple other riders just went past us like 2 minutes ago. Oh, that one's a little bored with us. Oh, she's coming closer. We're gonna see what happens. So Larika and I
decided to ride off the path in the grass a little bit to get around them. They wanted nothing to do with us. They turn around and walk the other direction. So a little mutual standoff with a little bit of mutual respect between us and 5 cows. Gotta love the wildlife.
This is the most different trail we've ever been on.
Yeah.
They don't want the cows. So it looks like, sounds like they got free-range cows through there. But they can't come. Well, I guess they're not free-range then. You have to put some limits on.
So apparently we're ranchers now.
Oh.
We're opening up and closing gates on the way.
I would love it. It would mean I would love to do it in Heartland.
Yeah. This is probably one of the most unique trails we've been on.
That we've been on.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. Look at this view out here.
You see the horseback rider?
This is seriously the neatest park trail we've been on. Now we came up to a couple of gates and there's barns.
Pretty farm.
It looks like farms. There's some guys working on the tractors way out in the distance.
Sheep barn. It says sheep barn.
It says sheep barn over there on an old barn.
Trail. I mean, I do wish the dirt was packed. It is very light, and that it's not anything you can do about it. But the more I looked at it, and like especially where it went, it is definitely a horse trail. So, but it's cool. I like discovering all new things with a lot of different. Like you'll be in the woods, going through, and then all of a sudden you're like on Little House on the Prairie. You're like out in this middle of the field, which is the ranch part of it. So it's very cool.
So we had a great bike ride.
Yep.
Around Harriman State Park here in Island Park, Idaho. Where do we go? Between the 2 odometers on the bikes and the 2 watches, averaging them all out, somewhere around 15 miles today.
Yeah, which a lot of them were hard miles.
Yes.
Some of them were not, so it was kind of cool because once you were out of that hairy area, it did open up, like we were talking about in the ranch and all that, and it was very cool.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So, this was a much different ride, I think, than we're used to. We normally do a lot of just easy trails and paved roads, and we've only done this kind of mountain biking, I think, one other time. But no, we really enjoyed it. We had a good time. The state parks here in Idaho are beautiful.
Yeah.
They really are. Not only Harriman State Park that we're in now, but right outside of our RV park is Henry's Lake State Park. And we actually rode our bikes around all of the side-by-side trails. We did that last week. You're in the area and you don't want to deal with the crowds at the national parks. We got out here about 1 in the afternoon. We only saw 2 other people on the trail the entire day, as far as on bikes. We did run into some horses.
There was a couple hikers.
Yeah, a couple of hikers, but
yeah, the horses were cool though. I kind of like the variety. So,
but it wasn't like really packed,
no,
or anything like that. Plenty of parking, plenty of room to do you.
Right, but it was only $7 to get in. So
per vehicle, yeah.
Yeah. So, and you just leave it in an envelope and put it in the little slot, and unless you have an Idaho state pass.
Yes.
So. But yeah, I mean, $7, we'll take it all day long.
Absolutely.
So the bathrooms, I will say, if you're doing like the the Silver Lake onto the Golden Lake. So we did kind of that whole big loop. If you're doing those loops into each other, there's not a ton of bathrooms back there. Just FYI. When you come out more by like the pavement and stuff, there's definitely different parking lots with bathrooms in it. So just something to keep in mind. But like we said, there's not a whole lot going on in the forest. So honestly, if you had to go, you could go because there's no one around. So
yeah, but this park is just, it's got everything. It's got the prairies, it's got the farm, it's got the water, it's got the river, it's got lakes, it's got everything.
Forest.
When we pretty much, I think, rode through almost everything today.
No wildlife.
Cows, five
swans, cows, and horses. But
yeah.
I mean, nothing like moose, elk.
It's the middle of the afternoon, and it's actually a warm day today, so we may not see that.
I'm sure they'll start heading out
soon.
You know, especially the moose to go down by the marshes and stuff. But
yeah,
it was a good ride. I'm glad we did it.
Absolutely.
Very, very dusty though.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. So just one more thing to think about. You're in the area, and Yellowstone National Park, Teton National Park, it's a really crowded time of year.
Yeah.
Look at the state parks.
And it's actually located pretty, like, if you just go up a few miles, there's a ton of restaurants and I mean, there's a lot of things to do. Like if afterward you're like, ooh, I'm famished, I want to go eat. There's definitely restaurants or get a snack or whatever. So
it's right on the 20, just outside of Island Park. And it's got everything around here. It's a great location. Good. So just one more thing to do in the area by not going to the national parks. And one more great thing to do if you're not going to go hang out in the parks, hang out at the RV park with your friends.
Yes, agree. Hang out with new friends that feel like old friends.
I know.
So it's the best part about this life.
You bet.
Say it all the time.
So for the last couple days, we've been hanging out with Greg and Renee from 2 Miles to Go. Yeah. They're here at the RV park where we are, and we've been hanging out. And Greg is over there working on a fire.
I've got something for you while you got it rolling, okay?
All right.
All right, Kevin. Why, oh why, do full-time RVers never make a fire?
Pain in the ass.
Yeah, because you live it so much, you get bored of it, maybe?
So we're going to have a nice relaxing night sitting by the fire and finishing catching up and stuff, and because Larica and I leave in the morning. But again, just one more thing to do when you're not hanging out in the parks. You hang out with great friends.
Hey, we're putting a new sticker. We've had so much fun with Greg and Renee. Their sticker's going up. It's going up. This is our last row. And then we're going to start going up there with these. There we go. Look at that dirt right there. Can't be helped. What? That's it.